Alright guys, we are back with another day of arena testing. I'm pretty much going with the same theme of a high amount of defense. The only change I'm making, well, one of the changes I'm making a couple of changes, is that I'm putting King Mont in place of Nivlu. Something in my mind just triggered and I was like, let me use like all my like 120 units basically. I think I have one other 120 unit and that would be Titus. But I kind of started thinking like maybe I could get King Mont to block on the left side, Barret blocking on the right, and then Lilith can just rain down from across the wall. So obviously she's not going to be the only one doing damage, as King Mont and Barret can still do damage, but she's sort of going to be the one kind of doing spread damage and debuffs and stuff. So let's see if this works out, basically is what I'm saying. So I'm going to probably do the same thing and just attack physical teams of 3. And then the last thing was the VC. The Scorpion Sentinel benefits Mont in 0 ways. And pretty much every other bonus card is terrible for this team, except for the Seymour and Sir O card. It does give slash attack, so I guess we'll take that on King Mont. Other than that, I don't think it really gives anything else. There is one other thing I wanted to do, and that was to disable Iron Body Stance. So that's 20 TP, and I think whatchamacallit, Steel Skin is 18. So hopefully that doesn't make too much of a difference, and we still get to generate enough TP. So let's kind of look at this card right here. Magic attack resistance up. Okay, so that's okay, I guess. I'm not really gonna try to fight a magic team, but that's okay. I'll take that. Alright, so let's go into this and let's see what we can find. Probably don't want to go against a double wind team. This is kind of looking alright. We'll just keep that one in the back of our mind. Second one from the top. So anything with any Queen Helena, that's going to be a no. Double win team is going to be a no. Yuna. Oh no, that had a Queen Helena. Rain, no. Although Arn might be a pretty quick kill. Alright, so this is a 3 attacker team. And they have the Astrologer card. So this might go well, because they have the Astrologer card, but not an actual piercing unit. Alright, so let's just jump into this and see what happens. Alright, so let's see if King Mont moves up. We have Lilith moving to the side. Not really necessary, but it's fine. King Mont moving straight up with the Proclamation. Cloud moving to the left, so Barret's going to be blocking here on the right. So basically, their 2 DPS units are there on the left, and King Mont with a big hit from the back. So Cloud is moving up, so that's gonna kind of be a good target for us. Unless Lilith decides to go here to the right, which, I mean, that was actually pretty good damage, so can't really complain about that. Venera goes down, and I'm surprised she didn't evade either one of those attacks. I mean, so far this is going pretty well. This did seem like maybe not the greatest team to go up against, but yeah, it's working out, so I'll take it. I'll take it for now. I'm going to try to just move up in the rankings as much as I can, and then sort of see how far I can get. We're gonna try to do the 10 battles. I'm sorry that I accidentally cut off the video yesterday. That was terrible, but hopefully that won't happen again today. Alright, so that first battle went well. Now to find another physical team. I'm kind of scared to go up against another Lilith. And that's definitely a magic user in the middle there, LC. So let's just keep looking. No, that's not good. Guts. I don't like the name of that guy. With him having a Zazan. Alright, so we have a lightning team. This is the same similar lightning team that I've been sort of seeing every so often. We have the Fenrir. I think this can go well for us. So let's kind of jump into this one and see how we do. 3,500 attack. Alright, hopefully our defenses and our breaking can stand up to this 3,500 attack. We'll see how it goes though. Okay, same kind of thing. Lilith just kind of moving to the side. We got the Charlotte. We got the 2B buffing up. I mean the 9S. And we got the King Mont with the Proclamation. Steel Skin, perfect so far. A Revitalize would have been better than moving up, but that's fine. I'm thinking maybe put Lilith back onto her main job or onto Gunner, double Gunner, because I don't really need her to move to the side anymore. I mean, it kind of helps, but so this 2B's not really doing much damage, and neither is my King Mont. But the 2B, or the 9S, I keep calling him 2B. The 9S does have that reflex, so that kind of, you know, puts a grind in our gears a little bit. So we kind of have to work through that. And it looks like they're actually pretty bulky on their side. Lilith hasn't really been doing any abilities, but she also didn't use Revitalize at the beginning, so that's probably going to hurt us in the end. So she goes for the Esper. I was kind of hoping she would go for a little bit of an AoE attack. Not sure if Barret can handle this on his own, and the stun pretty much seals that up. So this is probably going to be a loss. Definitely am going to change Lilith back to double Gunner or her main job. I think I had her on double Gunner before. I think the double Gunner is pretty good. You got quad shot, you got split shot, you have horizontal shot, I think, too. And I think she has firing stance. I'm not entirely sure about that, but that could be good as well. So let's go into her, change it to, oh, she has smokescreen. So smokescreen actually raises defense too, so that's actually pretty good. Ranger. She does have, no, that's on her main job. She does have sharpshoot here though. So sharpshoot versus quad shot. I'm thinking sharpshoot is probably the way to go. So let's go with the ranger job, her main sub job, and I accidentally hit enhance. Let me double check that that's stuck, and let's go back into the battles. And no, I thought we were gonna get revenge on that same kind of team, but guess not. All right, the attack is 3,200, so that Cloud in the middle, I'm not too upset about going after him. So let's go after him and just kind of see what happens. I know this might be unbalanced, but sometimes you gotta take those. Alright, so we got the Revitalize, and she still moves to the right, so that might be because of King Mont's hate. So I'm not really entirely sure, but that might actually be helpful for her to move that way. So if she can go after Vigilance, I'm not a fan of Vigilance there. If she can go after the King Mont and start pelting him with the range attacks and lower his range resistance, then that would be good, but guess not. I wasn't really expecting King Mont to hit that hard, and he actually is pretty bulky as well, so he might be a tough one to get through. And we barely even we didn't even get the chance to try to get through him. This is probably not going to work out, and it looks like between the Gilgamesh and the King Mont, that was actually a lot for me to handle. Ooh, the big disable there. And Cloud is actually doing some good damage for him being level 89. So I give kudos to the guy that designed this team. looks like he made some good choices on his end. All right, moving on. That wasn't as good as we would have expected. All right, so let's kind of go in here and see if we can find a good team to go up against. Okay, so kind of a little scared now that we just got wrecked by basically a Gilgamesh and a weaker Cloud. So we're still gonna go after this. 3,800. So 2 ice. So King Mont is fire. But they're gonna line up on Barret's side. Let's go after it anyway. Let's see what happens. I think maybe if I had Nivelu, I probably wouldn't go after this, but we'll see. So maybe this team is not the greatest meta, because it seems like the higher we're getting in the rankings, the worse we're pretty much doing. But maybe it's just what I'm picking. Maybe that first slot is actually just the strongest team, because that's what it usually is. Alright, Lilith with the big one-shot. That's actually really good. I wouldn't have expected her to do that. I'm not really sure what caused her to do that. I didn't really add anything to her attack, and she hasn't really been doing like that much damage. So, alright, that's good. I wasn't expecting that at all. So hopefully Gilgamesh doesn't lap us. Okay, so King Mont just kind of came in here and did his work. So maybe they just don't have any kind of defense. I didn't really look at... Oh, come on, Barret. I didn't really look at their VCs that deeply. So maybe they just didn't have good defensive VCs, and maybe they just went for the all-out attack, causing me to do more attack, but they are actually doing a lot of damage on their end. So we end up winning that one. That Cloud, I think that Cloud going down in one shot was probably the deciding factor of that battle. All right, so let's continue onward. We have a Cloud up here and a Titus. So the Titus would line up with King Mont. So I probably would want to just switch King Mont and Barret. So let me do that. And then we'll jump into that one. All right. Good. So overall, I think yesterday's composition was a little bit better, a little bit more fun for me. Right now, like this just kind of feels like they're just kind of doing whatever. They're just like 3 individuals doing whatever they're doing. Let's see if we can change that. We get the AoE hit there and the defense up. So neither one of those two comes and attacks Lilith, but Cloud comes in and does some good damage. Not too terrible damage, but pretty good damage either way. Let's see if Lilith can do something. And of course she hits Titus and knocks off the confusion. I guess that happens. I think we're doing okay on that side. Lilith is going to come in and do another attack, and the barrage is definitely a good choice. Cloud takes a big hit, and really I think all that's left is the Charlotte, but she's not going to really be doing much damage. And the Cloud isn't even doing that much damage, so maybe there is something about this team that I missed that wasn't really as good as I thought it would be. So, but otherwise, that was actually a very good fight. I wouldn't say we were tanking. I feel like we were doing more damage than anything else. So maybe it was more a matter of what VCs they chose on their side. So, all right, we're about to use the second potion. So let's kind of look for something. So I feel like I've been doing pretty poorly against any Ketone or any Tifa. Ketone with that Dreamforce is pretty crazy. This actually looks pretty good. 2 double cost units, or 200 cost units, I should say. And Cloud, which is basically, as an attacker, he's basically 100 cost. So let's kind of just go in there and jump into this one and see what happens. Let's double check the VCs. We got the King Mont VC that kind of really only benefits King Mont himself, Scorpion Sentinel, and magic resistance. So we might actually do okay against this. Because their what do you call it? Oh my god. Their synergy is not as good as it could be. So hopefully I can do well against that. So there goes the Revitalize. I think the way this is lined up is pretty good. You got Zazan on the left. I would have wanted Barret to hit Zazan first. Maybe he still can. And I really need to disable that Vigilance because she's going to... Oh, that was actually good. But she's going to keep lowering her all elemental resist. So Zazan with the re-raise. And no, that's not the same as Courage. Never mind. I was going to say that Barret might be able to go in and use his level 25 skill, but no. So Barret actually did much more damage against Zazan, but the fact that Cloud came in and did the damage as well kind of ended Barret's run there. I don't like the way that King Mont sort of spread himself to the left there. Ooh, so I thought that was going to be a good kill right there, but the re-raise was a little too much for my team right now. So that was a really, really good AoE hit. So now it's a matter of, will Lilith be able to keep her spacing with King Mont? Ooh, and King Mont doesn't do much damage, but he is building up AP, so he might get us within 2 more hits or 1 more hit. And it doesn't look like we're doing much damage. So hopefully she runs across the cliff and makes enough space for herself. And then maybe runs back, I guess? I don't know. Ooh, was that a triple turn? Oh, just barely lost that one by HP. I'm guessing King Mont just had like way more HP than I had percentage-wise. So that kind of ended up not working out. But that was actually a fun match. Like, there was a little bit of back and forth. I didn't really know which way it would go either way. So I kind of like that one. Kind of scared to go up against this. We have the Vow of Love on Titus, single targeted resistance, and Scorpion Sentinel. But let's go against this. This is a really high attack value. Let's see if we can do anything good against this. I am super scared of the KelThaFunkee. Hopefully we can pick her off. Doubt we will be able to, but... And I should have changed King Mont to the other side. Because Titus is not good. He's just a big threat. And there goes the Vigilance again. I keep forgetting to turn it off. So Titus doesn't do much against King Mont, which is good, but Lilith did take a big hit. I really hope that she steps back or steps out of AoE range. Titus isn't really known for his AoE, but I guess he's on Paladin, so he's going to be the one tanking. This is not really looking all that good between King Mont and Barret. I don't think they really synergize that well to be able to sort of finish off these two on the left. We do almost kill Titus. I would have liked to see a kill there. Let's see what King Mont can do. Okay, so he just builds up AP a little bit. If Barret can stay back, I think that would be for the best, but nope. Looks like King Mont's hate is not as high as I would have wanted. So it's really just up to King Mont at this point, and we have a full life KelThaFunkee, so that's going to be a no for me, dog. Alright, so that was definitely... I was pretty one-sided. I would say that their composition was much better than mine. Alright, so let's go into Lilith and disable Vigilance, because I think that's just not doing much for me. And it's only level 10, oh my god. And she also did Supercharge, so I'm not a fan of that. So let's get out of here, and let's go for the next one. Alright, so hopefully those two changes help out with Lilith. I'm not going up against that. That's going to be a no. Alright, so the same kind of lightning, triple lightning team. 3200 attack. So they still have pretty good attack. Hopefully that just means that my defense is just that high that it's sort of making our attack value look a lot lower than it should be. So let's see what happens here. So Lilith kind of stays more in the middle this time, which is probably good, as long as King Mont and Barret, you know, plug those holes on each side. So Lilith might get a good hit on Frederica here. Perfect. Cloud's gonna hit Lilith. Ooh, and she barely survives, but 9S is gonna come in here and finish the job. So King Mont really didn't get close enough for his hate to actually do anything. So maybe I should disable Holy Knight's Cheer. Maybe give him something else instead of Cecil's TMR. But maybe I'll just start by disabling Holy Knight's Cheer, because I probably want him to just move straight up more than anything. And he'll probably use Proclamation once he does. So I think that might be a good change. Alright, that was actually a pretty good cleanup though. Was not happy to see Lilith go down, but they did manage to sort of take care of the rest of the job. And I guess she just ended up being the distraction more than anything else. Alright, so let's sort of, I think Garvel's TMR, I was looking at this earlier, and Garvel's TMR might provide more defense, but then I just have to make sure to disable the ability. I don't even know what that does. Fury Surge. Yeah, we don't really need magic, so let's close out of that, and let's jump into the next one. 2 more, and we're done. Alright, so let me just see what's happening here. Alright, so this is the lightning team, but with King Mont instead of 9S. So let's kind of jump in here. 3100 attack. So the previous fight was 3200, so that wasn't really that crazy. I mean, it did sort of kill Lilith pretty quickly. But in terms of King Mont and Barret, I think that's sort of going to be good for us. Alright. I'm trying to, in the back of my mind, I'm sort of trying to think of how many wins and losses we've had today so far. I think it's been about even, maybe one more loss than win. I'm not really sure. So Barret's hate, thankfully, moved her away from Lilith, or moved Cloud away from Lilith. We have a reflect over here. Oh my god. Sorry about that. I'll call my mom back again. Okay, so we're taking the hits. We're also not doing much damage on our part. That kind of threw me off. King Mont, sort of. I thought that was my King Mont on the left. I'm like, why is my King Mont hitting King Mont? I don't know. That confused me a little bit. But it looks like we're kind of on our game here. So that was actually pretty good, even with their 3100 attack. So it seems like the 3200 attack range is actually pretty decent. All right, so let's do the last one. Orlando. Ooh, another Barret. This might be an easy win, and I might just take that, to be honest. We're in the 4,000 rank range, so I guess that's okay. If I could finish under 5,000, that would be nice. I usually don't really try that hard and finish under 10,000, but maybe I might try to push it to the 5,000 range this time. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do, but you know, the further you make it, the more viz you get, so I might just sort of go with that. But again, it does kind of get annoying because a lot of people push pretty hard on the last day, and then it sort of feels like your week of progress kind of goes down. Alright, so yeah, I don't think we were really expecting much of a battle here, so It's fine. I'll just take it. And that's 2 down. Lilith should get a big hit in here, and that was pretty good. Alright, so I think that was more than 50-50, so I'm not too upset about that. This team, I mean, it did okay. It didn't really feel right. I feel like it could have worked better, but I mean, I think the idea is there. Like, once I made those changes at the end, with making sure Mont runs straight forward, I think that made a difference in terms of keeping Lilith alive and making sure Lilith also doesn't run to the side and do vigilance, because that was terrible. But I think those changes actually did help, and I think that was actually pretty good. So I am decently happy with that. Alright guys, I think I'll end there. I wish I could do better with the VC in terms of keeping King Mont in, but maybe I'll just do something completely different for tomorrow. We'll have to see. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and have yourself a good night.